Day 747, being Christopher Cruz. Just been working today. I had a coaching call with someone. It's her and her husband's anniversary, and she went to get her hair done, and they were behind, so we had to move the call. But I was working on the presentation for that, and I'm working on my new structure, my new framework, this 6-piece purpose puzzle. And so this is going to be the new presentation that I use for clients who want to do purpose coaching one-on-one. So look how cool that looks. So there in the center of it, we've got identity. Who are you deep down inside? Your values, what matters to you most in life? Problem, what problem do you want to solve in the world? People, who do you want to help? Gifts, what are you great at? And then vehicle, what do you want to create in the world? So this framework are all the pieces to the puzzle of your purpose. And so this is mine, for example. So when they're done with the coaching, they'll have a fully filled out purpose puzzle. So they'll know all of these different areas of their lives, which is crazy, crazy powerful. And when it all clicks together, you're like, holy crap, that's crazy. It's mind blowing. So 6-piece purpose puzzle. Now I'm going to do 2 types of pricing. So I'm going to do individual pricing. So if you want to do just, let's say you just want values, you only want to figure out your values, you don't want clarity on the other things, or you have clarity on some of the other things, then you could do one-off, but it's going to be a lot more expensive. So values is like 2 sessions. That'll be $3,000. They'll get clear on their false values and their true values. So I'm going to show them, like, you could do it individually if you want, which most people won't do that. Or, which if you add it all up, it's $14,500. Or you could do a package, so you get the entire thing for $7,000. That's actually going to go to $10,000 or $15,000. I'm not sure yet, but minimum 10. But for this presentation, I was going to show her 7. And so you've got those 2 side by side. And then I'm coming up with everything that includes, like, you get 8 one-on-one coaching calls, and then unlimited text messages, recording, personalized purpose puzzle, framed purpose vision board, 90-day now what action plan. So I'm coming up with all of these things to include as free bonuses on top of the coaching. And so I was like, this personalized purpose puzzle, right? So I want to give them like this, like I have for me. I want to give that to them after the coaching. And I was like, it'd be really cool is we printed it and framed it so they could hang it up. And so there we go. And we'll put their picture in the middle of them being their greatest self, their inner lion. And they can actually get that printed. I'll send it to them at the end of their coaching as a gift, which is really freaking cool. So I'm like elevating this coaching significantly. And so we have that. And then, okay, so there's this company called ClickFunnels, and they have this 2 Comma Club award, which looks just like that. And 2 Comma Club award means like $1 million has 2 commas in it. And so it's called 2 Comma Club Award because if you use their software and you bring in $1 million in a year, you get the award. And so I was like, man, I need to have my own version of that. And there it is. I was just thinking, like, man, that's going to be for the future VIPs, like the real warriors of God, and it'll have their purpose on here, and it'll all be etched in gold with their picture in the middle. But it is just a reflection of everything that they're doing. And then this award is presented to the warriors of God who know their purpose and are living into it powerfully. So there'll be some kind of like metrics they have to hit. Chris Ricks, true founder of Warriors of God. So it'll look just like that, but it'll be like solid gold with etched in, which is so cool. It's like the 2 Comma Club Award, but for Warriors of God. So yeah, but this presentation is getting significantly elevated now that I have this. It changes the game. Even me looking at it, I'm like, dang, that's so freaking valuable. And I look at $7,000, I'm like, that's so cheap, which is crazy because I used to think like $1,500 for coaching was like, no one's gonna pay that. I remember when I got my first $3,000 client, I was shocked. I was like, what? How? And that was for 90 days of coaching. It's crazy. Yeah, so this it literally just takes it to a whole new level. Like, crazy. Whole new level. So I love that I'm learning this stuff. And then this idea for this just came to me, and I was like, I have to make it, because I was listening to one of these motivational videos today, and Brendon Burchard said, we lose touch with what we want because we're not putting it in front of us often enough. And I've been thinking about my future, and I've been thinking about speaking on the 100X stage next year. I've been thinking about speaking at these big, church conferences. I've been thinking about doing these challenges and having these massively successful challenges. I've been thinking about doing the meetups in person of all the 100X people. And I've been really looking and thinking, visualizing briefly, just little spurts here and there of me doing my own event, my own Warriors of God event called Warrior Conference. And it's just a ton of people there who know their purpose and are living into it. And yeah, we hand out these awards every year at the conference. These are the people who are making the biggest impact in the world. This is more about like, how many people have you helped, or what have you achieved or accomplished? It's not about money. So with the other company, it's all about money. How much money have you made? This is going to be for the people where it's like, how much of a difference have you made? Not how much money have you made, how much of a difference have you made in the world? And when you do that, we honor you. And you are in like the Warriors of God elite group or whatever it is. So just thinking about that, and just thinking about this last event I went to, and seeing the structure of it and how they brought, God together with entrepreneurship and personal development and business and making money. But God was at the forefront. God was honored. And he had prophets there. It was just like God with a sprinkle of business. God, sprinkle of business. And it was just showed me the framework of like being able to do an event like that. And so this brand is just so incredibly powerful. And so to see something like this and to see into the future, like, yeah, that's why he said we lose touch with what we want because we're not putting it in front of us often enough, out of sight, out of mind. And so this is part of, I got to put together a vision board of just where I'd like to be. Like, of who I feel God is calling me to be. Not like the cars that I want or anything like that, but the impact that I'm making, the stages that I'm speaking on. The challenges that I'm doing. I feel there's a different future in front of me. So, like a powerful future in front of me. But it's just really cool to go from that, just a drawing, night before last, to that. And the last thing I'm going to do when I do the advanced training is there will be little sections that pop up, another little blue section here, and it'll talk about the emotion. So for example, with values, the emotion that values control is fulfillment. With identity, the emotion that values control is confidence. With the vehicle, it's self-expression. With gifts, it's power. With people, it's love. With the problem, it's passion. So that will be like the next level to this. There'll be one more ring going around here that's much smaller, that just has that emotion that's tied to that thing. So they'll be able to see, like, they could be able to go and look at this. And that's why it's so important that it's framed, because if this thing is hanging up like right above your computer or whatever, like, oh man, I'm not feeling very confident. My confidence is low. And you look at your purpose puzzle. Okay, confident, courageous, bold, and fun. I'm not being confident, courageous, bold, and fun. Okay, what can I do right now that's going to make me feel confident, courageous, bold, and fun? And then boom, your confidence is there. Or, I'm not feeling like very, I'm not feeling very powerful. Well, I look at my gifts because that's in alignment with power. Speaking, inspiring, leading, and influence. Okay, who can I speak to today? Who can I go inspire today? How can I take leadership? Who can I influence? It's like, step into that, and then boom, you immediately start feeling that powerful feeling again. And so this is significant. This is so good. And God gave it all to me. But it's so freaking good. Oh, and by the way, like on this award, they will have their picture in the middle too, etched into the gold. So yeah, it's just so freaking badass. I'm so proud of this. It looks so good, so inspiring. And like, seriously, like, looking at this, I look at $7,000 and it just feels like that's it. It almost feels like an insult when I look at that. It's incredible. That is crazy what a framework will do to your mind just mentally, because everything that I'm learning, they say it instantly makes you an authority in the field and an expert in the field. It's a subject matter expert, that's what they call it. And it immediately gives your product and service a much higher perceived value. And I'm like, dang. And I'll show you the difference, because it's significantly different. So here's what I had before, just like some bullshit puzzle thing. And it's not horrible, but it's not even close to even, like, it's nothing compared to that. Like, that is just crazy legit. So I'm excited. I've just been working nonstop, just listening to Warship music, jamming out, and just but I started to get a little anxious right before I did this video, because I worked on that and I spent probably 45 minutes on that. And I was like, hey, Chris, focus. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. I was working on this presentation because the call was coming up. We're now doing it on Wednesday. And so here's your presentation. Now get back to your challenge. Get back to getting your challenge done. And so that's why I started to feel a little anxiety, which is a good thing. Although anxiety sucks, it was like a good trigger for me. It's like my mind is catching me, my spirit is catching me, saying, hey, focus. You've got a challenge to run. All this other stuff, it's great, it's cute. You need the presentation for, you know, the client you're gonna be sitting down with, but now that's not till Wednesday, so now get back on your challenge. And you got this, which is cool. You don't need to tweak it anymore. You don't need to make it perfect. It's freaking awesome. And there you go. That'll be part of your vision board. But get back to your challenge. Get back to your challenge. So, yeah. But this just gets more and more exciting every day. I love it.